hello everyone, and welcome to the live. Thank you so much for tapping in with me today. So, as you can see, that I'm in my jacuzzi attire. So, this is going to be the last day of my healing journey that I'm going to be posting. So, guys, let me just give you a few minutes to tap on in. But welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your very first time visiting. Welcome. If you are a return subscriber, welcome back as well, guys. I'm so happy to have you a part of this community. So as you can see that I'm in my beautiful backyard, as well as right now I'm just lounging in my patio. So I'm going to give you guys just a view of, this is a part of my healing regimen and everything. So I would just encourage you, if you don't have a sacred place, I'm going to take this off real quick. So if you don't have like a place that you have carved out or cultivated for your sacred space, for R&R, or just to go and to just relax, to listen to some music, or just to have some time for yourself. So I would encourage you guys, to make yourself a makeshift space, or from a room, an extra room in a home, or whatever. Just where in those times when you need to just go and unwind and do all that kind of stuff you need to do to kind of rejuvenate yourself, or just have some silent time to yourself. So welcome in, guys. I got some music playing back here, but yeah, this is really my sacred space. I'm out here absolutely every single day. I come out here um, to my patio area, whether I'm just listening to some music, or my daughter and I are in the jacuzzi, or we're watching a movie, or even when my husband go to work at night, I tip out here when the baby has gone to bed for the night. And sometimes it's like 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning that I would come out here just for, just to take it on in, to take in the environment, to take in the outdoors, and maybe even, have a glass of wine or whatever. So, guys, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you a backstory of my healing journey, and this being my last day of my healing journey, and what I am incorporating into my healing regimen. So it's about 7:40 here, so in my state. So it's really nice. It's really not hot outside. Welcome in. Hey, Jeremy. Welcome, Jeremy. How are you? Hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome. So, guys, I want to give you a tour of my beautiful patio, which is my sacred space. I'm going to give you a tour of my jacuzzi, where I'm going to end my 4-day healing journey, my healing regimens that I have been incorporating from recuperating from being sick last week. So I did this, I made this, not a documentary, but I did this journey because I know so many of us as mothers, we go through, the daily life of being mothers, wives, working, or whatever it is that we do. And then sometimes, we don't take enough time to self-care. We don't add enough things, back into us. We don't pour back into us. We don't replenish us. And so when my body shut down, hey, let me see who's in the chat so I can recognize you guys. So, hey, Alex, how are you today? I'm wonderful. So I have my little fan. So yeah, welcome. I'm doing so well. So I'm just giving you a backstory really quick of what this week have looked like for me on my healing journey, and some of the things that I had incorporated. Guys, make sure you thumbs up the video, double tap the screen, and all that good stuff. Help support your girl in her channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So, yeah, this whole week I intentionally set aside a day every day to kind of aid my body in this recovery phase from being sick a week ago. So I had to do a lot of things to aid in my recovery. You know what I'm saying? So different days, started from Monday up to today, which would be my last healing live journey, or posting of my healing journey. So I'm going to give you a little backstory of what that was. I'm doing well. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate it. I'm doing well today. Today is the last day of my my blog for, my healing journey. Every day this week I have done something different. I started off Monday where I went to my favorite lake. If you see some of the videos, you see me out at that lake cleanup times, doing nature walking. So I did that Monday. I started off Monday with doing grounding treatment. So where I grounded my body back to the soil, where I was able to ground my feet. I lay out on a mat with my body just so that I can just soak up all of nature. Because for me, being a nature bug, I know the healing properties and benefits of being out in nature, right? So that was the first thing I did on my journey, was to really just be intentional about grounding my body, and I'm really trying to strengthen my muscles, my tissues, because for a week, guys, kid you not, I was literally in bed. I could not eat. I could not get out of bed or anything. I was literally, my body had shut down on me. So Monday being was the first day of my healing journey. So I knew that this week, because I have a event this weekend, that I really need to be intentional of just, taking it easy, trying to recuperate, giving my body some TLC. So that started Monday with the grounding. And Tuesday, I went back to the lake where I just sat out at the lake. I just wanted to suck up the lake. I wanted to be near water, right? I wanted to be near the water where I just laid out and I just really just allowed nature to just cover me and just allow myself to just relax. Played me some nice healing music, and I just relaxed. That's all I did, right? So all of these things I did, guys, was a part of my treatment to kind of speed up the recovery from my body. Because when I tell you that my body took a hit, it literally took a hit and shut down, and I'm still recuperating. So I didn't want to do anything strenuous, like when I walk, I speed walk or I jog. So I didn't want to do anything strenuous when my body is really trying to recuperate or to recover, right? So, and then yesterday, what was the third day, I went to Hot Works and I got in the sauna. And I really want the sauna to just relax my muscles. I wanted it to pour toxins out of my pores. I wanted to sweat, to release all of that stuff that potentially built up in my body when I was bedridden for that many days. So, and then today, which concludes my fourth day, I'm going to be getting in my jacuzzi, and I'm just going to allow the bubbles. I've been heating it for a couple of hours, so it's really, really warm. So I'm going to get in my jacuzzi and just allow the bubbles in the water to, just wash over me and to massage me, and in hopes of, just relaxing my muscles, any tension that I may still have or fatigue that I may have, in my body. I want, the jacuzzi to kind of, alleviate some of that. So that's my story of my self regimens that I've been doing for the last 4 days, in recuperating, or, really just allow my body to recover and heal. So let me just give you the backstory right quick before I show you my beautiful patio. And I have my candles and my bamboos lit and all of that stuff. And I have music playing in the background. So just really, really quick for those that don't know what happened is a week or so ago, I had my family member with an outside project. Now, to mind you, I was already doing my own project, and it really has been doing a lot of strenuous things anyway. But for 4 days straight, in the smothering heat that it was that particular time, I really overworked myself, right? And I knew by the second day that my body was telling me I need to slow down. Look, girl, you are doing too much out here in this heat, in this sun. And what made it so bad, guys, is that I really wasn't hydrating myself. I wasn't eating. So the second day, I knew, I saw the red flags. I saw the warning signs. I was being fatigued out there in the heat, digging. I felt a little wobbly at times. Hello, who am I talking with? Hey, Melvin. How are you, Melvin? So, by the fourth day, Melvin and you guys, My body literally shut down on me. When I tell you I was so lethargic, I couldn't eat. I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. I was vomited, nauseated. I was all of these things. You would think I had some type of summer flu with the symptoms that I had. But it was because I wasn't listening to my body. So my whole thing is to just encourage you guys when your body is speaking to you and it's telling you, you better slow down, ma'am or sir. You take it easy or slow down before I shut you down. And because I didn't take heed to those warning signs, thank you for the hearts. So because I didn't heed to those warning signs, my body literally shut down on me. And I'm still, feel the fatigue and, a little bit of wobbliness. So that's why I took this whole week to just pay careful attention to my body, to just nurture my body, to just love my body, and to just really be intentional about, giving it, the treatment it needs with the massage, in the sauna, in the grounding my body, back to the soil, to the ground, to the earth. So I was very intentional about all the regimens that I wanted to incorporate in my healing journey, right? So, guys, if you're going to be working outside, maybe you're some type of contractor or gardener or transportation or whatever the case may be, really take precaution, especially if you're in an area where it's really, really hot. And this planetary shift we're in, everything has shifted. It is like almost a million times hotter than it usually is. So we can't be, undermining that, we have this one vessel, this one body, and we really need to take care of this body. And for me, just grounding my whole body in the soil, laying on the ground, which I do all the time. But because I was so intentional about what I needed to do this week so that I could prepare for my event, I knew that all the things that I needed to do, I needed to pull back. I needed to relax. Whatever wasn't going to get done, whatever business, I didn't do any type of anything related to business or anything. So if it means losing revenue, I only have one body, I only have one vessel. And if it's not working, if it's not in its full maxima, then you know what I'm saying? So I had to just, scale back and pull back and, just, it is what it is. Because I didn't listen to the red flags, because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And in hindsight, looking back, I'm glad that not glad that that happened to me, but it just make me just realize that how much we take for granted, and how we just supermen and we super women, and we do all these things without any second thought to, I need to eat properly. I need to make sure that I'm hydrating mentally, emotionally, and physically, right? All of that stuff. And so I'm gonna share with you before I show you this beautiful scenery in my backyard. So you guys just stick with me for a minute. So what download I got yesterday that I was sharing the night before is that the spirit was just telling me, our body, when we take, our body undergoes these type of events, maybe, sports injury or being in a car accident or even pregnancy. Spirit was just giving me all of these examples. And I never looked at it as trauma. I never looked at all of those things, that our body goes through causes trauma to the body. It's just like, you had an accident, you broke your leg, all of that stuff. But I just really never just sat back and just realized or had the understanding that it was trauma. So that's why I was very intentional this week about, the recovering phase and what that looked like and the things that I needed to do to incorporate in my healing journey. But when the spirit was telling me, even pregnancy is trauma. And again, guys, seriously, I just really never looked at it like that. The mosquitoes are mosquitoing. So I never really looked at it like that until the spirit gave me an example. And the example that was given to me just took me back to when I had my first son. And in labor and delivery, halfway through, I could no longer push him out. And so the doctors had to use forceps to pull my son out. And it's these big old tools that they wrap around the baby ears and head and literally snatch him out of your womb, and that's what they did. But I never looked at it was trauma. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Spirit was telling me. It's trauma. And until we really take serious, and be intentional about this vessel, because what I'm learning even now, and it's these things we just take from granted, that you got to be, you got to take care of this vessel. You got to love this vessel, this body. If you wanted to have longevity, if you wanted to take care of you, you got to do something in return. It's a yin yang thing. So that's what I really have learned on this journey. Not taking things lightly, even with the nutrients and the foods that I'm putting in my body, hydrated, overexerting myself, over stimulating myself, taking on too much when I need to just pull back. And whatever it is, let it be. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be there. But if your body is out of commission, how are you going to do anything anyway? So that was the download that I got the other day, and it was just really like, I just really never thought about injuries, and all of that stuff is really trauma to our body. And how many of us really think about that, or thought about that, or have an inkling that all of these things that happen, is really trauma. And we have to exercise, we have to, recover from that trauma in ways that's going to, benefit our body. And again, so I hope some of those things that I did this week was very helpful, that it was insightful, whether it was grounding, just laying out in the sun, and just letting nature just cover you and just love on you, or whether it's going to the sauna, and being intentional about relaxing your muscles, getting your muscles to relax, to rejuvenate your muscles, to rejuvenate all the things that was injured, during the shutdown, the injury to my body. So I just wanted to come on and share my journey, because I know so many of us are super moms and super dads, and we just go and work, even out in extreme heat, and we just really never pause to say, or use wisdom or understanding to really still take care of yourself with all of the stuff that we're doing, especially outdoors. And that's my lesson. That's my takeaway from being down for a week, and not being able to eat, or to move around or get out of the bed. I was only able to just sleep and just hydrate myself. And thank God for my husband, who prayed over me, who, helped, take care of me. So I'm really grateful for that. But I just want to encourage you guys to really listen to your bodies, to your gut feeling. Stop it. To really listen to your body and to your gut and your intuition that is telling you, you need to slow it down, girl. You need to bag it up, slow it down, relax, breathe. Inhale, exhale. Whatever it is that you're trying to do or get accomplished, it's not worth your body shutting down on you. And I suffered really, this shutdown really, I was in severe dehydration. And I really should have sought medical attention, but I knew that I needed to do it holistically, and I wanted to, let my body naturally recover on its own, just by loving it and nurturing it and giving it the TLC and the proper hydration and fluids, the electrolytes and all that stuff that it needed. So guys, it's getting like dark, and I want to just show you my beautiful area where I relax out here. If you guys don't have a special place where you can go and just relax and be to yourself, I will encourage you to really cultivate and carve out some space, just for you, where you can just go and just be, for whatever that looks like, or whatever that may be for you. Sometimes I'm just out here just, with my husband, or we may have guests over, and or at night, by myself, and I'm just really taking it all in, and just, just trying to release, the cares of the day and just really, get myself centered before bedtime. So with that being said, guys, I'm just going to show you guys my beautiful outside area. Let me show you guys. So this is my, I here, you see I have my bamboos lit under the tent, and I have two separate walk decks, this lower part I'm standing on, then this back part right here. So I have all of my sentinel lit, as well as my bamboos and all of that type of stuff lit. And over here you can see that I have my jacuzzi. It's already warm. I've been warming it for a couple of hours, and you can see here surrounding my jacuzzi, I just have all of these. Take your socks off, you get in the jacuzzi. So I have, all of my stuff lit around to keep the mosquitoes at bay. But, the water is ready to go. I'm just going to, it's already hot. I'm just going to turn on the bubbles, and I'm going to get in, and I know that, being in here, this jacuzzi, the bubbles and the heat, it's going to really relax my muscles. It's going to, help release any type of tension that I may have. So this treatment is for me to just relax and really just let this water and these bubbles just saturate, my muscles and all of that type of stuff. So, yeah, guys, so this is what my night is. And I am so grateful and thankful that you guys, tapped in with me today. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Double tap the screen if you're coming in, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. Like the video, share the video. Again, this is my last day of my recovery journey from being sick a week ago, and all the different regimens, self-care regimen that I did this week, to help aid my body in recovery. And this is the last thing that I'm going to be doing right here, is getting in this beautiful jacuzzi behind me to just help it, let it soothe my muscles, any tension. Hey, and all of that stuff. So I'm going to get in here, and then like I said, I have this beautiful ambiance here to look out at on my patio. I have this beautiful space. So yeah, guys, be really intentional about, self-love, self-care, taking time out to just love on yourself, taking time out to nurture yourself. I have my music right here. I'm going to turn up. Go ahead and get in, Jazz. My daughter and I are going to get in. I have my music that I'm going to be playing in a second. Go ahead and get in.
Okay, you getting in?
Yeah, I'm getting in. So, go ahead, or you're going to get out. Go ahead. So, we're going to get in here, and, okay. I'm going to step up here, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to sit, and I'm going to relax, and all of that stuff, and let these bubbles in this jacuzzi do what it's supposed to do. So let me just show you. This is what I'm going to partake in. I have my pillow. You see my area over there. My daughter is here. She has her pillow. The water is watering. It's very, very warm. The bubbles are bubbling. Hey, Tyson, how are you? Bye, Melvin. Have a good one. Thank you for tapping in, Melvin. I appreciate you. Hi, Tyson. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to get ready and conclude, but get that doll out of there. But thank you guys so much for tapping in. Thank you, Tyson. Be sure to watch the video on the playback if you haven't already watched the video on my recovering journey. And this concludes the last day of my journey. I'm going to get in this jacuzzi and allow it to massage and relax my muscles and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, guys, if you have not seen all 4 parts of this week, my healing journey and all the different regimens that I did to help aid in my recovery, I would, suggest, this feels so good, and it is so extremely warm. I warmed it up before, so yeah, guys, so I'm going to conclude it here. If you didn't see any of the first 3 videos, what really prompted me to even do a healing journey, what led up to the healing journey, and all of that kind of stuff, to give you a backstory on it, just go back and watch the last 3 videos, and so you can get an understanding of why my healing journey is ending right here in this beautiful jacuzzi, as well as me setting the stage with my outdoor living. My outdoor living, you see that I have all of my candles over there. I have my music. I have all of that stuff. I wasn't playing. And I'm just surrounded with these bamboo selenites, bamboo sticks, to kind of aid off the mosquitoes. I have my music going. And all of that good stuff. So yeah, guys, y'all be sure to double tap the screen. To double tap the screen, to like the video, consider subscribing to the channel and joining the community. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, play some music for about 30 minutes, and let this hot bubbles just, massage my muscles, release any type of tension that my body received from being sick for a week. So with that being said, guys, remember to always protect your energy with love and light. This is Goddess of Color, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time, family, peace and love.